Plague Chronicles, Chapter 3, Isolation. Location, Hokkaido, Japan. In the serene landscape of Hokkaido, where the whispers of the wind carried tales of ancient forests and untold mysteries, Aiko Tanaka stood as a pillar of resilience and compassion. As a nurse in a rural clinic nestled among the snow-capped mountains, Aiko's life had been a tapestry woven with dedication to her patients and a deep-rooted connection to nature. Growing up in a small village on the outskirts of Hokkaido, she had witnessed the harsh realities of rural life and the challenges faced by those in need of medical care. Her parents, both humble farmers with hearts of gold, instilled in her the values of empathy, determination, and resilience. When the first cases of the fungal infection emerged in her town, Aiko's instincts as a healer were put to the test. The symptoms were unlike anything she had encountered before: persistent coughs, strange skin lesions, and fevers that refused to subside. A sense of foreboding settled over the clinic as more patients arrived, their conditions deteriorating rapidly. It was during those early days of the outbreak that Aiko's true character shone through. Despite the mounting challenges and the growing sense of unease, she remained steadfast in her commitment to her patients. Her gentle demeanor and unwavering compassion became beacons of hope in the face of uncertainty. As the infection spread like wildfire, engulfing the town in a veil of fear and isolation, Aiko found herself at the forefront of a battle against an invisible enemy. The clinic, once a place of healing and solace, became a fortress against the encroaching threat. Aiko worked tirelessly alongside Dr. Yamamoto, the elderly physician whose wisdom and experience were invaluable assets in their fight for survival. The small group of survivors who had taken refuge in the clinic became Aiko's extended family. Among them was Hiro, a young boy whose parents had fallen victim to the infection. His wide-eyed innocence and quiet resilience touched Aiko's heart, and she took it upon herself to protect him at all costs. As tensions rose within the fortified walls of the clinic and supplies dwindled, Aiko's determination only grew stronger. She rationed their meager resources with care, ensuring that every person under her care had enough to survive. Her leadership skills were put to the test as she navigated conflicts and made difficult decisions in the best interest of the group. Amidst the chaos, Aiko never lost sight of her mission: to find a way to slow the spread of the infection and protect the vulnerable, especially Hiro. Her forays into the surrounding wilderness in search of potential remedies became a testament to her resourcefulness and ingenuity. During one of her expeditions into the dense forests of Hokkaido, Aiko stumbled upon a hidden grove blanketed with a vibrant carpet of greenery. The air was thick with the earthy scent of foliage, and shafts of sunlight filtered through the canopy, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor. Intrigued by the diversity of plant life, Aiko's trained eye quickly identified several species known for their medicinal properties. Among them was a local herb that had long been used by indigenous communities for its healing properties. Its leaves, when brewed into a tea or applied topically, were believed to possess antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory effects. Aiko's heart raced with excitement as she plucked a few specimens of the herb, careful not to disturb the delicate balance of the ecosystem. She sensed that this discovery could be a turning point in their battle against the fungal infection ravaging their town. Upon returning to the clinic, Aiko wasted no time in sharing her findings with Dr. Yamamoto. The elderly physician, with decades of experience under his belt, recognized the potential of the herb immediately. Together, they brewed a batch of tea using the herb and administered it to a select group of patients exhibiting moderate symptoms of the infection. The results were nothing short of remarkable. Patients who had been struggling with fever, coughing fits, and skin lesions showed signs of improvement within hours of receiving the herbal remedy. The tea seemed to bolster their immune systems, reducing inflammation and slowing down the progression of the infection. Excitement rippled through the clinic as word spread of the herb's efficacy. Aiko meticulously documented their observations, noting the dosage, frequency of administration, and any side effects. As days passed and more patients benefited from the herbal treatment, Aiko's confidence grew. She experimented with different formulations, combining the herb with other locally available ingredients to enhance its effectiveness. Each success fueled her determination to find solutions to the challenges they faced. The discovery of the local herb not only provided a ray of hope in their fight against the infection, but also highlighted the importance of indigenous knowledge and the rich biodiversity of Hokkaido's wilderness. Aiko's groundbreaking discovery underscored the potential for natural remedies to complement modern medicine, offering a glimmer of optimism in the darkest of times. As the days turned into weeks and the fungal infection continued its relentless spread, Aiko's small clinic became a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. The herbal remedy she had discovered showed promising results, with patients exhibiting improved symptoms and a slower progression of the infection. However, the challenges they faced were far from over. Supplies remained scarce, tensions simmered among the survivors, and the threat of the infected breaching their defenses loomed ever present. Aiko's determination to protect Hiro and the others only intensified, driving her to explore every possible avenue for survival. One harrowing night, as the infected numbers swelled and desperation reached a fever pitch, the clinic's defenses were put to the ultimate test. A horde of infected individuals, driven by primal urges and devoid of reason, descended upon the fortified structure with a relentless fury. The survivors inside braced themselves, knowing that their meager barricades were the only thing standing between them and the ravenous horde. In the midst of the chaos, Aiko's quick thinking proved to be their saving grace. As the infected pounded against the reinforced doors and windows, she recalled a peculiar observation from her recent research. The fungal infection seemed to render the afflicted individuals hypersensitive to ultraviolet light. With a spark of inspiration, Aiko hurriedly rigged up makeshift UV lamps using sterilization equipment from the clinic. As the first rays of UV light pierced through the darkness, an unexpected phenomenon unfolded. The infected recoiled in agony, their skin blistering and burning upon contact with the radiation. The clinic's occupants watched in awe and relief as the horde faltered, their assault thwarted by a force they could not comprehend. Aiko's discovery of the infected's vulnerability to UV light not only saved them from imminent danger, but also provided a strategic advantage in their ongoing battle. One day, as she ventured outside to gather more of the medicinal herb, Aiko heard the faint crackle of a radio broadcast. The voice on the other end spoke urgently, calling for anyone with medical experience and a willingness to fight to join a coalition of survivors in neighboring towns. They were pooling resources, sharing knowledge, and strategizing ways to combat the infection on a larger scale. A surge of hope coursed through Aiko as she listened to the broadcast. Here was an opportunity to not only expand their efforts, but also connect with others who shared their struggle. With determination etched on her face, Aiko returned to the clinic and shared the news with Dr. Yamamoto and the survivors. The decision was unanimous. They would answer the call to keep up the fight. Aiko, fueled by a renewed sense of purpose, organized the group and prepared for the journey ahead. They fortified their defenses, gathered supplies, and bid farewell to the makeshift sanctuary that had been their home. As they set out towards the rendezvous point mentioned in the broadcast, Aiko couldn't help but feel a surge of optimism. The road ahead was uncertain, but they were not alone in their battle. With each step, Aiko's resolve strengthened, knowing that together they would continue to fight for survival, for hope, and for a future where the darkness of isolation and despair would be replaced by the light of resilience and unity. Join us next week as we follow Marcus Johnson.